In southern India, there is a proverbial statement of how a coconut tree is useful when it's alive and when it's dead. Every part of the coconut tree is useful even after its life. Similarly, a human being has opportunity that when we are alive, we can be absolutely useful and contributory to life around us, and similarly, we can be even after life is up. Organ donation is such a possibility that if we can make a difference for another life, even after our life is over, it's a great possibility that human beings should make use of. In our culture, there is no glorification after death. Within a few hours after a person's demise, his body is anyway burnt. Cremation is the way. So when that is so, if we can make use of the dead people's organs to transform another life, it's definitely a wonderful thing. But there is also another dimension to this. Every human organ is designed to last a lifetime. Why are we developing a culture that human organs are failing halfway down? So this is a culture that we have to develop, that individual people have to take responsibility to see that their bodies last for their lifetime. Bringing that culture also is important. You drink your liver to rot and then you want somebody else's liver, this could generate an unhealthy trend. And there is also a marketplace which will evolve out of this, and that could open up many dangerous possibilities. So organ donation is a fantastic thing on the individual basis, but on the larger context, we must be conscious and careful to see that this wonderful act of making a difference for another life does not develop into a huge market and bring all the other ugly things associated with it.
There was a demon, one of the Ganas was called Keshin, who was around Shiva. One day, he saw Shiva drinking out of his skull. He always had a human skull out of which he ate and drank. He was drinking out of his skull. Keshin said, "Oh Lord, even I am thirsty. Can I also have the drink?" Shiva said, "Okay," gave the skull to him. Keshin looked into it and saw a cocktail of 7 deadliest poisons. He looked at Shiva and said, "If you give me this, I will anyway drink it." And he drank this cocktail of 7 deadly poisons. His body started getting distorted in a horrible way. And Shiva looked at him and said, "You are a true glorious being." He blessed him, made him free from poison, and blessed him that anybody, whatever they do, any celebration, wherever they do, first they must honor you because you are such a glorious being. So even today in the traditions, Keshin is honored. Whenever any big celebrations happen, Keshin always gets the first honor. People around me have no hair, but they are Keshins. These are not dumb people. These are people who have the necessary intelligence to see that their own ways of thinking and doing has not really worked in any ultimate sense. So they have given in to something else which they know works. They're not stupid people. They have the necessary intelligence to see that their own limitedness will not take them anywhere. So they're looking beyond that. Whenever there are people who are thinking beyond their own well-being, suddenly that place is awesome and beautiful.
Bharat means Bharata. Bhava means sensation, because your whole experience of life is sensory right now. What you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you touch are different types of sensations. Bha means sensation, out of which comes emotion.
Right.
Ra means raga, or the tune. The tune is not yours, the existence has already set the tune. Now you have to just find the rhythm, which is the thala. If you find the right rhythm, you are a fantastic human being. If you miss the rhythm, you're crushed by the process of life. So we called this nation Bharata.
Did we make a mistake then in converting our name from Bharat through India?
A serious mistake, because you need to understand this. Whenever somebody occupies a nation, any conquering forces, first thing they will do is they'll change your name. This is the technology of dominance, this is the technology of enslaving. If you look at the African-American history, when African people were brought in, the first thing is, at the port, their names were changed. That's what has been done to us. Thiruvananthapuram is Trivandrum, Chennai is Madras. We don't know whether we're mad or we're rascals. Like this, India, what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. So if I give you a meaningless name, you will become a meaningless, stupid person in front of me, because I have a meaningful name, I have a tradition, I have a culture, you have nothing. So in that context, we have become India. The concept of a nation must sink into everybody's mind.
Yes.
Because nation is just an idea. When this idea burns through your mind and sinks into your heart and your passion is risen towards that, then you have a real nation. Otherwise, nation is just in the paper. This is the unfortunate reality for us right now. So, at least when they left in 1947, the first thing we should have done is change the name in such a way that it resonates in some way in everybody's mind. Now you are using an English name. Hardly 2–3% of us can speak English language in this country properly, okay? I think this is one thing I would like to request the present Prime Minister. We must rename this country in a way it reverberates in everybody's heart. I know a whole lot of intellectual crowd will say, what is in a name?
Yes.
Okay, call yourself Tobu. I'm not against anything. All I'm saying is, whatever we utter is only a sound. The meaning is only a psychological thing, a social thing. The sound is existential and it has a power. Bharat has power. This power has to reverberate to everybody's hearts in this country.
Last few hundred years, we have seen more sages, gurus, gods who are male. Who are male.
Oh.
Why don't we see enough women in these roles?
There is no dearth for goddesses in this country. There are more goddesses than gods, if you do not know this. If you go from village to village in Tamil Nadu, for every village there is a different goddess, you know? For every village there's a different goddess, but for every village there's no different god. So, goddesses, there are more than gods in number, so your information is wrong. Where do you come from, Delhi? You come from Delhi? Singapore. Oh, you should move to Tamil Nadu. There are lots of goddesses, all kinds of ammans. About sages and seers, there have been many in the past. These days, because generally from young age they're trying to be beauty queens, they're just missing out on the other training. Because the commercial campaign as to how a woman should be in the world is totally misguided and westernized. And I think a huge amount of the female population is completely taken by this. A lot of them would approach it maybe after they are 50 and they have no hope of being beauty queens
At that time they may come, a lot of them are coming to us. But there are a lot of young women also with us who are doing wonderfully well. So, experientially, there are many women among the Isha meditators who are really in fabulous states. Fabulous states of experience. So you can call them as seers or seeresses in their own ways. Gurus, no, women will not make good gurus, nor will men make good gurus. Unless you know how to be beyond the two, you can't be this. If you're a man or a woman, if you're stuck with your gender, then there's no chance of being a guru because you're looking at the mechanics of life in a completely different way. You're just looking at life as life. Being masculine, feminine is only question of percentages. Every other part that a woman has, man also has, except one or two parts, isn't it so? Yes or no? So the difference is very little. You have given too much attention to reproductory organs, that this has become a big event in your head. If you just pay attention to life, you wouldn't be paying so much attention to reproductory organs, isn't it? If you must identify, it's not good to identify yourself with some body parts, isn't it? When you all the time go about, I am a man, I am a woman, you're identifying yourself with body parts, isn't it? If you must identify with body parts, I would advise at least choose the brains, not these things which make you a man or a woman. So, women will not make good gurus. Men cannot do at all. So leave that area alone. Don't take men and women there, it doesn't work like that. You being a man or a woman is only for a few purposes in life, yes? Only for a few purposes you need to be a woman or you need to be a man. For rest of it, you just need to be a human being, isn't it? You just need to be alive here. All the time you're a woman, all the time you're a man, this is a disease. This is an ailment, this is not gender. This is a certain ailment in your head, it's not in the body, it's in the head. Once your sexuality gets into your head, that's called perversion. If it's in the body, it's a natural process. If it's in your head, it's a perversion. For most people, it's gotten into their heads. What does it matter to you? What kind of body parts a guru has? Is he useful to you or not? That's all the question is, isn't it? Isn't it so?
Well, if you made it here, it shows you're ready to change. You're done with running. This kind of attention is rare, it's precious. Drop your city in the comments, and if you'd like, share this with someone who's also thirsty for clarity. Thank you, Big Hug, and see you soon.